Now again, remember what I said, that if you didn't make an A, you guys, you're up here. All right, if you made an A, you're on IXL. All right, so we're starting with question number 1. And remember what I said, your job right now is to factor out the GCF. All right, number 1, you're factoring out the 5. You're left with x squared minus 16. And now you're factoring the x squared minus 16, which factors into x plus 4 and x minus 4. Remember, your job right now is to look at your work and to see if there's any questions with number 1. Nobody? All right, take a look at number 2. GCF. What is the GCF for number 2? Go ahead, Michael. 3. So you're pulling out a 3. What's left behind?
So, an x squared plus 4x plus 4.
Beautiful. All right. Now again, you're factoring the x squared plus 4x plus 4. Again, 2 sets of parentheses. X times x. And then 2 and 2. There we go. So now we're ending up with 3 parentheses x plus 2 squared. Yes.
When you put the 3 that's outside the parentheses, is that part of the problem? Or
Yes, that is part of the problem.
So
every single problem that we did on that review, when you factor out the GCF, what are you supposed to do? That's exactly correct.
So I got every single question wrong. What?
Just
I didn't put any.
Just what was your grade, and then you go figure it out on your own. That each problem is worth about how many. And then you tell me if I took off points for every single time you did something that we did on every single review problem. What are you thinking?
No.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I did not. I could have.
Did you take?
All right, but because I like you, I didn't. All right? So that's the thing I'm talking to you about, Gavin. You're smart enough to figure that out. All right, I drew the arrow down there specifically. I think there were 2 people that decided not to bring down that, and one of them was, guess who? You. All right? You're supposed to bring it down every single time. Every single time. All right? Or technically it's what? Wrong. So now you look at your grade and go mark every one that you didn't bring down and mark it wrong, and then tell me what your grade should be. And then tell me what your grade is. And then you can see if it was fair or not. All right, here we go. Question number 3. All right. Now remember, your job is not to watch me do it. Your job is to try to get it done before I get it done. That way you can see what your mistakes are. All right. For number 3, we are factoring out a what? We're factoring out an x. So we factor out an x. You end up with x squared minus 15x plus 36. Everybody good with that? Now, from there, we factor again. So again, you bring down the x, and the only way we can make x squared is with x and x, and then the factors of 36 that make 15 are what? 12 and 3. So let's go ahead and put the 12 and the 3 there, and then they're both going to be negative. All right, sorry for the distraction, guys, but we have lots of people. Come on in. Welcome. Okay, this is our 8th grade algebra class, or 7th grade algebra class. And what we're doing right now in class, we're just reviewing our tests that we just took. Most of the days, I have an opportunity to record the classes. So we put all the classes online. So kids are not here or sick or don't quite get the material, they can go to the YouTube and look up on the YouTube channel and can review all of the notes. All right, plus anything from the beginning of the year is up there. So if if they review for exams or stuff like that. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Question number 4 now. All right. Again, remember, anytime we see 4 terms, it's factoring by grouping. Come on, guys. We're okay. And now we're factoring out the A. So we're left with 2 plus B. And then we're factoring out a C. We're left with 2 plus B. Now again, we're factoring. So we're left with 2 plus B, A plus C. All right, any questions with this now? Any questions? All right, let's check out number 5. All right, here, some of you made a mistake on this one because you didn't factor out the what? The negative. All right, so what's the GCF here? Negative 3y. When you factor out a negative 3y, you're left with 6x squared. Beautiful. That is correct. And now you're factoring. Negative 3y. Now we're going to break 6x squared down into 3x and 2x. And now, where does the 3 have to go? 3 has to go where? On the right side. And then we make the smiley faces. 9 and 2 makes negative 7 if negative 3 and positive 1. All right, any issues? Bless you. Anybody? All right, here we go. Question number 6. Common what? Common 3. I'm left with 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. All right, any questions? Now we're factoring this out. 2x and x, where does the 2 have to go? On the right. And the 1 goes on the left. So we have 4 and 1 makes 5 if they're both what? If they're both positive. All right? Any questions? All right, let's move forward here, guys. Question number 7. All right? This is the one a lot of people had a little trouble on because they forgot they're factoring out a what? A negative. All right, they're factoring out a negative. So when you're factoring out a negative, 3x, y minus 4, that becomes a negative 2. And then you can rewrite that as y minus 4. Now, speak up if you're not sure how that turned out. Anybody have any questions with that? All right. Now, of course, you're just factoring out the y minus 4. And you're left with what? 3x minus 2. Any issues? All right, let's take a look at 8 now. GCF on 8 is what? 5y. Now you're factoring. Now where does the 2 need to go? To the right. 6 and 1 makes 7 if they're both positive. Anybody have any issues? All right, here we go. Question number 9. What's common? What's common? Yeah, no GCF. Does everybody agree? All right. So there is no GCF, so now you just go right into the factoring. And now you're trying to break down 18x squared. Now, when you're breaking this down, all right, what are we going to break it down to?
9 and 2.
I believe it's 9x and 2x. Now, if you did the 6x and 3x, that wouldn't be a bad start, but you would see that it doesn't work out. All right, this one was the kind of the hard one. All right, now 12 breaks down to what? Now, where does the 3 have to go? And then we would put 4 on the left, 8 and 27. 8, 27 makes negative 35 if they're both negative. There we go. Everybody agree? All right, here we go. Number 9. I try to make this one obvious. Right, because there's no factors of 5 that are going to make what? 9. Everybody agreeing with that? All right, so everybody should put prime down for number 10. Okay, now we're back to factoring by grouping. All right, so we can pull out a what? Thank you. Pull out x squared, 5x minus 3. Now I can pull out a what? A positive what? Positive 2, 5x minus 3. And now the 5x minus 3 is common. So 5x minus 3 times x squared plus 2. Anybody have any issues? Yes, sir. Good for you.
Would you have to like break it down further?
Good question. Very good question. Okay, so let's talk about if it can break down. So in order for it to break down, that would have to be a minus, right?
Oh yeah.
Right. The other thing I want you to remember is this also has to be a perfect square. 2 is not a perfect square. Now we're going to run up to something that does break down again. Number 12. Look at number 12. All right, number 12 is a good problem. All right. It's a little bit different. There's no GCF, but when you factor it, it factors to x squared minus 4 and x squared minus 1. Do you see that? And now, what happens to x squared minus 4? That one can factor. That is correct. X plus 2x minus 2. And then x squared minus 1 can factor to x plus 1, x minus 1. Do you agree with that? Anybody have any issues with that? All right, so here we go. Let's take a look now at 13. GCF, what's common?
3x.
3x. We're left with x squared plus x minus 2.
X and x.
That's correct.
And then
Plus what?
plus 2 and then
Plus 2 and minus 1. Okay. Nobody's, everybody's okay. No, you're seeing your mistakes. All right, here we go with 14. What's common? We agree just at x. Now, (5a) and a. Now, where does the 7b have to go? 7b definitely has to go on the left. B has to go on the right. Because again, you want positive 2. So that's positive and that's minus. Anybody have any questions with that? All right, here we go. 15. Don't try to switch the order around because the x squared is negative. Trust me, it's easier just to go ahead and say the factors of 15, 5 and 3, and the factors of 2x squared. We're going to put, how about a positive 2x and a negative x? So let's look and see if that's right. Positive 6 minus 5 gives you the positive 1. Does that make sense? All right, that was kind of tricky. So double check yourself on 15. Make sure you understand what I did there. All right. Number 16, what's common? 3. X squared plus 4xy plus 4y squared. From there, 3 x plus 2y, x plus 2y, which is x plus 2y squared. Anybody have any questions with that? All right, now for 17, a lot of people forgot 17. There's a GCF first. What's the GCF? 4. All right, pull out the 4. That gives me a squared minus 25. And now that just becomes a plus 5 and a minus 5. I didn't want 2a plus 10 and 2a minus 10. First GCF, pull out the 4. On 18, what's common? A y squared. X squared minus 2x minus 63. Now the factors of 63 that make 2. What is it? 9 and 7. So x minus 9, x plus 7. Anybody have any issues with that? All right. Now I really kind of want everybody to look at the SATs. If you got all 4 right, man, you're doing really good. All right. If you missed one, I think that's really good also. All right. Now I want to show you, we're going to practice here, and it's kind of getting you ready for your ERBs, kind of for your SATs. So I want you to pay attention. All right, especially on the first one. All right. Everybody should have looked at this. And instead of trying to factor, they should have just gone to the multiple choice answers and said, the only possible correct answer is A. That's the only answer. You could have easily crossed out the other 3. How do I know that? Because I'm interested in what? 9a to the 4th. Is 3 to the 4th 9? No. Is 9 squared 9? Is 9 to the 4th 9? Does everybody see what I'm saying now? That was a pretty easy one. All right, you could have factored that, but it's not necessary to factor. Is everybody agreeing? All right, please make sure you're listening right now, because, again, this is good standardized test practice. Anybody have any issue with that? Everybody understand what I mean? All right, so let's look at the next one now. Now, on this one right here, again, 3 times 2 times 4 is what? It's got to be 24x squared. So because I knew it was 24x squared, I knew it wasn't A and I knew it wasn't what? D. Now, I know there's a middle term. How do I know there's a middle term? Because I did the smiley face and they don't cancel out. So the only possible answer is what? The only possible answer is C, and I haven't really done any work at all. C is the correct answer. That's what I'm trying to help you with. Does everybody understand what I'm getting at up here on the board? Make sure you're looking at it now. Make sure you understand. All right, I didn't want to do all the work. I want you to be able to look at your A, B, C, D, and by process of elimination say, that's the best answer. All right? Now let's look at 21. We've done 4x squared minus 9. We know what that factors to. I'm not understanding why some of you couldn't figure out what does P have to be. 2. Has to be. Right? Because if you're looking at that 4x squared minus 9, you should be able to say, well, that's just 2x plus 3 and 2x minus 3. What is the value of T? What would T be? Say it. 3. Everybody with me on this? All right. So that's why the correct answer for that is 2. Anybody have any questions with that? All right. Now, here we go here. This one, you just had to remember you need to distribute the what? The negative. When you distribute the negative, I told you plus, plus, minus, plus. So right off the bat, it's just asking me what's 2x squared plus 3x squared? 5x squared. Do you agree? So then I know it's not what? C or D. Now it's either a negative 2x or a positive 2x. I see a what? Negative 2x, right? So the answer had to be what again? A. Okay, now let's talk real quick about the problem that some